Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Tonight's headlines: Palace welcomes SC ruling on petition versus Duterte. Bong Go in state of shock on presidential bid. COVID-19 cases in the country at 2,828,660. Taal Vista celebrates Season of Hope. Amihan to bring rain to parts of Luzon. And Philippine stocks peso close higher. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, November 24, 2021. I'm Miguel Pautagoro and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang on Wednesday welcomed the Supreme Court's decision junking a petition seeking to compel President Rodrigo Duterte to defend the country's national territory and legal claims in the West Philippine Sea, including against aggression coming from China. Acting presidential spokesperson Carlo Nograles was referring to the Supreme Court decision dated in June this year but only released Wednesday, or 8 days after China's Coast Guard fired water cannons at 2 Philippine supply vessels en route to Ayungin Shoal, which is within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea. Nograles has also said that Duterte is consistent in his position that disputes in the West Philippine Sea should never be settled using force. To recall, the president has called out China's November 16 water cannon attack as abhorrent, saying it does not speak well of the relationship between Manila and Beijing. Senator Bong Go on Wednesday said that he was still in shock that he was running for president after initially casting his lot in the vice presidential race. The senator, who is also President Rodrigo Duterte's longtime aide and confidant, added that he was still waiting for a sign from God on whether or not he would push through with his presidential bid. Go said he was prepared to be the next chief executive, citing his experiences with Duterte, and denied anew claims that he was dictating the president's decision, saying he was suggesting solutions to the president, among which was the salary hike of police and military officers. The lawmaker stressed he would support Duterte's daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, in her vice presidential bid. The Department of Health reported 890 confirmed COVID-19 cases on Wednesday to bring the total number of infected in the country to 2,828,660. This brought the active cases to 17,864, and of the total, 53.4% are mild, 4.8% are symptomatic, 21.39% are moderate, 14.4% are severe, and 6.0% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 2,763,114 after 1,710 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 47,682 with 200 fatalities recorded. DOH figures also indicated that 31% of intensive care unit beds for COVID-19 patients nationwide are in use, while 29% ICU beds in Metro Manila are utilized. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Boto mo to, Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.
Bong, yung naumpisahan ko, tapusin mo. Mga bagong highway, tulay, tren, dapat ma-enjoy na kaagad ng mga tao yan. Kailangan lahat bakunado at laging may ayuda pag kailangan. Huwag dapat makabalik ang mga drug lords para ligtas ang pamilya. Yung ginawa mong malasakit centers, maganda yan. Padamihin mo pa. Magkasama tayo. Tayo ang nagsimula. Tuloy-tuloy lang, Bong.
Ayon sa World Bank, tinatayang 4.8 hanggang 12.7 milyong toneladang plastic ang sumisira sa ating karagatan taon-taon. Halos 80% nito ang nanggagaling sa Asya. Sa buong mundo, ang Pilipinas ay itinuturing na pangatlong pinakamalaking nagdudulot ng polusyon sa karagatan. Ang nakalalasong kemikal mula sa plastic ay di lamang kumukontamina sa karagatan, ngunit pati na rin sa hanging nilalanghap at lupang ginagalawan natin. Kung magpapatuloy ang kasalukuyang paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa taong 2050, mas marami na ang plastic kumpara sa mga isda na nasa ating mga karagatan. Dahil dito, mas pinaiigting ng pamahalaan ang kampanya laban sa paggamit ng single-use plastics. Nanganganib ang ating planeta. Iisa lang ito. Lahat tayo ay dapat kumilos sa lalong madaling panahon upang pangalagaan ito. Tama na ang plastikan.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
In other news, Taal Vista Hotel is celebrating a season of hope as it marks its 82nd year. Here's Daily Tribune's Venice Bautista for her report.
This Christmas, Taal Vista Hotel celebrates a season of hope after the world came to a halt for a year and a half because of the pandemic. The landmark hotel of Tagaytay City is also celebrating its 82nd year. As Nestor Hardin, the hotel's general manager, said, no matter the situation, Taal Vista will be here for always.
So now that the situation is much better in the country as far as the pandemic is concerned, we see this as a season of hope where everyone can rebuild from the hiatus that we had for the past 2 years, and we're now celebrating the fact that Taal Vista Hotel has been here for 82 years. And no matter what the situation is, whether it's a volcanic eruption or a pandemic, we will be here for always.
A season of hope is celebrated through a series of events. The Walk Through Time exhibit shows the rich history of the Taal Vista Hotel's 82 years. It shares the heritage of the hotel, the Taal Lake and the volcano, and the culture of Tagaytay and its people. The Christmas tree lighting is a symbol of hope that mirrors this event. It culminated with a ceremonial gift-giving for the children of Augustinian sisters, servants of Jesus and Mary, the beneficiaries of the celebration. In the mood, wine dinner treated guests to an extensive 7-course dinner inspired by the 1930s and 1940s, created by the culinary team, headed by executive chef Jaime Natividad, and paired with wines from Happy Living Philippines Corporation. There was also a covered terrace designed by Julius Villamante of Amante Flores, using fresh local flowers with touches of black accent pieces matching the 1930s and 1940s eras. As the cherry on top, Christmas songs were performed by musical artists, singer Ina Chico, and pianist Lloyd Nicholas. As the cultural landmark in the heart of Tagaytay, Taal Vista Hotel shows its dedication to staying committed to serving people and being a bearer of cherished memories. This is Venice Bautista, together with Matthew Libunao, reporting for Daily Tribune's News on Q.
State Weather Bureau Pag-asa announced that northeast monsoon or Amihan is set to bring rain showers to areas in northern and central Luzon, while the Intertropical Convergence Zone will affect Mindanao. Batanes and Babuyan Islands will experience cloudy skies with rains due to the northeast monsoon, with possible flash floods or landslides during the moderate to, at times, heavy rain. Eastern Visayas, Caraga, Davao Region, Sorsogon, Isabela, Aurora, and mainland Cagayan will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, with possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to at times heavy rains. Meanwhile, Ilocos Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, and the rest of Cagayan Valley and of Central Luzon will experience partly cloudy, at times cloudy skies with isolated light rains caused by the northeast monsoon. And in business, investors took note of the U.S. government's plan to help address jumps in global oil prices, which boosted sentiments in the local bourse on Wednesday, which was mirrored by the peso. The main equities gauge inched up further by 17.94 points or 0.24% to 7,419.10 at the closing bell. The broader oil shares meanwhile slipped by 2.1 points or 0.05% to 3,935.54. Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Timningan said that Philippine shares were bought up once more following U.S. President Joe Biden's remark that his administration will tap the strategic petroleum reserve as part of a global effort by energy-consuming nations to calm 2021's rapid spike in fuel prices. Volume totaled to 1.47 billion shares, amounting to 8.62 billion pesos. Decliners surpassed advancers at 93 to 88, while 53 shares were unchanged. Meanwhile, the peso closed the day at 50.34 against the US dollar, stronger than its 50.59 finish a day ago. That wraps up the stories tonight. We would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Mary Kay, Department of Tourism and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. And before we go, it's 31 days before Christmas. Again, this is Miguel Patagonan, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Q. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng Perfect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there, mga katribu!
Boto mo to, Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.
Chris masaya, pagsama-sama.